Every room has a hierarchy, not written, not announced, but felt. It reveals itself in small ways: who speaks first, who speaks last, and who never needs to speak at all. Daniel had never noticed this before. He believed respect was something you earned by showing your value, by being present, by proving you belonged. So he filled every silence he encountered. When someone asked a question, Daniel answered quickly, not because he always needed to, but because silence felt dangerous. Silence felt like disappearance. He thought being heard meant being remembered, until he noticed Adrian. Adrian worked in the same office, sat at the same meetings, walked the same hallways. Yet Adrian moved differently. He never rushed to speak. When conversations paused, he allowed them to remain paused. He did not rescue silence. He let it exist. At first, Daniel thought it was confidence. Then he thought it was indifference. But over time, Daniel began to see something else. People watched Adrian more closely. When Adrian spoke, nobody interrupted. Not because Adrian was louder, but because his silence had already filled the room. It was unsettling. Daniel began to realize something uncomfortable. Every time he spoke too quickly, people listened less carefully. Every time he explained too much, people respected him less. He wasn't creating presence, he was dissolving it. Because attention, Daniel began to understand, does not follow effort. It follows certainty, and certainty does not rush. One evening, long after everyone had left, Daniel sat alone. For the first time, he did nothing. No phone, no distractions, no performance, just silence. At first, it felt unbearable. His mind searched for something to say, even to himself. But slowly, something unexpected happened. The silence stopped feeling like absence. It began to feel like control. He realized he had been afraid of silence his entire life, because silence reveals something most people spend their lives hiding: whether you believe you are enough without explaining yourself. The next morning, Daniel walked into the office. Nothing had changed, but he had. During the meeting, questions were asked. Voices competed. The familiar urge returned, the urge to fill the space before someone else did. But Daniel did nothing. He waited. The silence stretched. For a moment, nobody owned it. Then Daniel spoke. Slowly, calmly, and stopped. Something shifted. Nobody interrupted. Nobody looked away, because for the first time, Daniel was not asking to be seen. He was allowing himself to exist without permission. Across the room, Adrian noticed, not with surprise, but with recognition. Because silence does not create respect, it reveals it. Respect was never something Daniel needed to chase. It was something he had been speaking over his entire life. And now, for the first time, he let it arrive.